Isabela Merced, my new celebrity crush that I've wasted so much lotion on. So here is Isabela Merced talking about the exploration of the character of Hawkgirl and how James Gunn has written the character, and Superman himself, and how she thinks that David Cornsweet is the real life Superman, and goes a little further on the development of the character. So here is the clip.
I mean, look, James doing Superman is exciting enough, but also, we see it's a giant ensemble too. It's obviously a Superman story. It has to be a Superman story, but like, he cast the hell out of Guardians, Suicide Squad. He knows how to serve the smaller roles. So do you feel like, obviously, like, these aren't origin stories for Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl, etc. But do you feel like each of them is served in the story that you read?
Yeah, and yes, I think at least we know our place in this new universe that James is creating. I think I learned more about my character each day. I think one of the days that was the most eye-opening was the bed, like seeing her room. I think the room was super revealing as to who she was, right. And that was something that I didn't even know how it was going to look. You have the comics to reference, but you don't. And then maybe that in the script it says interior Hawkgirl's room, but that's it. So you see it, and it's super informative. And I think, again, James is trying to stay really loyal to the comics, but also add his own twist to an extent.
What do you think of David as Superman? Are we going to see a different kind of interpretation? David Cornsweet?
I think David himself is in my opinion, like a very Superman-like person, and has the patience of a Buddhist, and he is super, super kind and talks to everyone, and babies love him and kids love him. So I think he will be a wonderful Superman.
I understand it. I understand it. I understand it. I understand it. I understand it.
I'm loving everything that she said in this interview. First of all, Hawkgirl is one of the more underrated, underserved characters that we never really seen served justice on the big screen. I mean, you can say like the CW show with Legends of Tomorrow, but Hawkgirl on the big screen, this is going to be our first look at this character. And I think James Gunn, who is a comic book fanatic, who's a comic book nerd, who knows this shit in and out, and I know some people are a little concerned about the behind the scenes photos of her costume, but again, I did a whole video on that, and I'm not going to go into detail on that because I have my own theories on why she's wearing that particular suit, as well as Guy Gardner, Nathan Fillion, and as well as Mr. Terrific. If you look at the logo, I think you'll know, just do your own research. But I don't think that's going to be the final look of Hawkgirl, because obviously, again, this is the same director who gave us King Shark and that dude in Suicide Squad with Polka Dot Man, or whatever the fuck his name was. I think it's Polka Dot Man, right? So, and it was so comic accurate. So to think like James Gunn doesn't know what Hawkgirl looks like, obviously, I think, probably at the beginning of the film or at the end of the film, we will see Hawkgirl's true look and the costume, and whether or not he goes with the low-cut shirt and the wings. Obviously, we're going to get the wings, but whether or not it's going to be like an Alex Ross accurate portrayal of that look, we just have to wait and see. But I don't think what we've seen in the behind-the-scenes photos is going to be, here is the final look of Hawkgirl. No, obviously, I trust James Gunn with what he's doing with Superman Legacy, so I have no concerns about that. But as far as the character goes, I like the fact that, James Gunn really knows the ins and outs of the character, and always adds nuances and relatability to the character that's out of this world, such as Hawkgirl and Superman and Mr. Terrific and Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, and this whole DC universe that James Gunn is going to expand upon. There's always a bit of groundedness and humor and lightheartedness to the DC universe that we really never got to see with the Snyderverse. And I know this, all the Snyder cults, all their heads exploded with, what? There's humor in my DC movies? That's not DC. Yeah, it is DC, you fucking morons. You just don't like it. Too bad for you. But for the rest of us who want a well-rounded character arc and nuance and depth to these characters, and not just be serious 24/7, but actually have human emotions like regular people do. I think it just adds to the relatability of all these godlike heroes. So I'm looking forward to it. And I think Isabela Merced, I think her portrayal of Hawkgirl is something that I really want to see. And again, this is going to be our first big screen adaptation of this character. So I think James Gunn and Isabela Merced are going to give us something truly special. Of course, all the stuff about David Cornsweet being a real life Superman. I mean, come on, like all the set photos, all the interviews of David Cornsweet. I mean, this guy is going to be our Superman for years to come, and I cannot wait to see what his representation of what his portrayal of Superman is going to be. But I know it's going to be just. It's going to be pure of heart. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's going to be it. Hit like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, TikTok. This is Ash7 in the comments below. What do you think of Isabela Merced's comments about how informative her portrayal or her arc of Hawkgirl is going to be? And of course, her kind words towards David Cornsweet, which we all know David Cornsweet is just he's going to bring it. Love you all. Stay safe. Truth out.
Forgot my keys.
Why is Clark Kent yelling at us?